It's been a little bit since we got to see you compete here in the octagon. So I guess, what are the emotions now after basically almost 1 year not being able to fight and then to put on a performance like that?
I'm very happy. I thought it was a very, very good performance. Round three, I think the last 2 minutes, there were some hiccups, of course. But Chris Gutierrez, you have to understand, is a type of opponent. He's not so easy to fight and get much off, because I feel like he's a survival first type of fighter. He almost wants to survive more than he wants to win sometimes. And so somebody like that who's not really engaging, if you look at all of his 14 UFC fights, I would definitely say nobody's damaged him like the way I damaged him in there tonight. And he's fought Yadong Song, even Pedro Munoz, I think, rocked him in the first round, knocked him down, but then didn't get the type of damage that I was able to get off on him. If you look at Gutierrez's face. So first 2 rounds I thought was an absolute clinic. Round 3, a couple hiccups, but these are small adjustments, 1 year off. I'm very happy with my performance.
Especially in those first 2 rounds. It seemed the first one you kind of dominated the grappling. The next one you dominated the stand-up. So it seems like you had him scouted out pretty well. So were the first 2 rounds go exactly as the game plan kind of you put
exactly together? As game plan. Listen, man, I've been training at American Top Team now for almost a year and a half. My coaches that were in my corner tonight, Mike Brown and Artem Levin, and of course my brother Javid, I feel like the way we game planned this fight, everything went according to plan. And Chris is really good at landing the jabs and the low kicks, feints, bounces out, feints, low calves. But I think I outlanded him with the leg kicks 4 or 5 times. He landed, I think I counted 2 or 3 low kicks. I must have landed at least 10, 12. And Javid said to me all camp, he said, this guy's not going to land much on you, I'm telling you, because he told me my distancing and my footwork is way too good. And I think I put a statement for the rest of the division. I think it was a good, solid, well-rounded performance. I think the rest of the bantamweights are going to look at me and go, well, where's this guy's weaknesses? He stands well, he strikes well, he grapples well. Experiences, every fight I'm getting more and more experience. So I think I've put the division on notice.
In that 3rd round, I would assume he'd come out pretty aggressive, because even you could hear his corner saying, you need to finish if you want to win. So I guess, what is it like in that 3rd round when he just kind of comes sprinting at you?
Yeah, my brother said it, as soon as I go off the stool in between 2 and 3, my brother did say to me, look, he's 2 rounds down, he's going to come out fast. Switch on. And I think my biggest problem in that round 3 was I was too relaxed. Even as I got reversed, I was like, and it was a little bit maybe cocky, but I was like, he's not submitting me. When he had the front headlock, he's not submitting me, So these are the things that I can improve on, just don't underestimate the fight. Not that I underestimate him, but just in round 3, I was like too calm, I think you have to be on edge always. And maybe because I was finding the fight so easy, that's why I got a bit too relaxed. But things that need to be worked on in the gym, and I'm sure we will.
In terms of your career, I guess, what do you want next? I'm assuming you want to be more active compared to the last year. So I guess, when would you like to return? And do you think it will be hard to find opponents that will accept a fight against you, considering what we saw tonight?
I would like to return as soon as possible. I think January sounds good. February at the latest. I know the UFC and Sean Shelby and those guys have their own plans. They've always been good to me. They've always been great. Sean in particular gave me and Javid our chance on Contender Series. If it's up to me, the perfect matchup for me would be David Martinez. I want David Martinez. He's ranked number 11th after 2 fights. That's a fight for me. He's got that number 11 ranking. That's my ranking.